Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Secretary Aguirre, would you have records of how many drug cases were filed in the last 5 years?
Yes, Senator Sotto.
Would you please inform the committee?
Yung pinakita mo sa akin kanina. May I read for the record, Mr. Senator?
Yes, sir.
In 2011, there was a total of 14,015 cases, and we have conviction in court of 707. 2012, 16,337 with conviction, 16,337 with conviction of 693. 2013, 20,697 cases with conviction of 711. In 2014, there were 31,505 cases with a conviction of 589. In 2015, we have 43,462 cases. 2015, 43,462 with conviction of 782 cases. The 5-year total is that we have 126,016 cases.
And the resolution rate? Or the total of convictions?
The total conviction numbers
Wala pang
we have only 3,482 convictions, Mr. Senator.
So the total is 126,000
6,016 cases.
and 3,000 convictions,
3,482 convictions.
482 convictions. What happened to the 123,000? They left the country?
We have a breakdown, Mr. Senator. I think
Sige po, sir, for the record.
Prosecutor Fadulyon could better answer it.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, with respect to the cases filed from 2011 to 2016, majority of them, informations have been filed in court. For 2011, we have a total of 13,126 cases which were filed in court. In 2012, the department had about 15,466 informations filed in court. In 2013, there was about 19,261 cases filed in court. In 2014, 30,461 cases filed in court. 2015, 155 cases filed in court. And in 2016, as of August 15, 2016, we had filed 16,123 cases, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, what happened to the circular that I was talking about coming from the time of Secretary Datumanong, that all drug cases should be automatically reviewed by the Office of the President?
Sir, if I may, the circular that is now in effect as far as automatic review is concerned, sir, pertains to the delegated power of the Secretary of Justice to conduct the same, sir. So cases which are dismissed in the field offices of the department are the ones which are elevated for automatic review by the Secretary, through the Secretary of Justice, Your Honor.
So you're now following that procedure?
Yes, sir. Per Department Circular 006, this is a series of February 10, 2016.
2016?
Yes, sir.
So before that, the circular that was enforced, you're no longer following that?
No, sir. As far as I can remember, sir, because I have just been appointed recently as a task force chair of the anti-illegal drugs cases. Cases for automatic review were always with the office of the secretary, even up to the time, during the time of then Secretary Raul Gonzalez, sir. Sir, automatic review of cases dismissed in the field offices were reviewed and filed with the Department of Justice to the Secretary of Justice, sir.
May I interject, Your Honor? Would you know kung kailan na bigyan ng parol si Odicta? Under whose watch? Kung alam mo lang, if you're sure to answer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I don't have that information.
He was a convicted drug suspect, hindi ba? And we just learned that he was out of Muntinlupa, so he must be pardoned or given parole. And kung alam mo lang, attorney.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I don't have that information right now, but I can try to secure that for you, sir.
Please secure the information.
Yes,
I'd
Mr.
like to acknowledge the presence of Director General De La Rosa, and also sa yung barangay, Liga ng mga Barangay, Attorney Edmond, and also Julius Walteros. You're representing the Municipal League of Cities. So, I'd like to take advantage of your presence, pati si General De La Rosa, para isama na sa agenda itong two bills that I filed. One is Senate Bill 971. With your permission, Your Honor. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Senator De Lima. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Senate Bill 971, essentially, it is an amendment to the provisions of 8551, the amendatory law of 6975. Ito, we'll take your position on this, because ang amendment dito, basically, provincial director shall be chosen by the regional director from a list of 3 qualified and eligible candidates recommended by the PNP Senior Officers Placement and Promotion Board. And then the chiefs of police of municipalities and cities will be chosen by the provincial director. It goes without saying that the chief PNP has the override, the veto power over those to be chosen by the regional directors and the provincial directors. In effect, it is removing from the local executives yung power to choose from a list of 3 and 5 candidates respectively. I'm sure there will be some violent reactions from the local executives present, but this is a bill that I filed kasi lagi nagkakaroon ng animosity, hindi ba? And the PNP has always a way of going around this provision by just appointing OICs. Hindi ba? Ganun na nangyayari. But this is not to remove your operational control, because after all, you are the chief executives of the provinces and the cities and municipalities. So nandun pa rin yung the power to employ and deploy. Ang inalis lang natin dito, yung the PNP will have to go through the exercise of submitting to you, to the local executives concerned, a list of 3 and 5 recommendees, para ma-facilitate yung performance nila, yung law enforcement duties nila. Sila na mamimili. After all, they know their people more than the local executives, and para mawala na rin yung patronage politics. Kasi ang nangyayari, sa halip na lumapit sa PNP, sa Promotions Board, at tingnan yung merits, ang pinupuntahan ng mga pulis natin, yung mga mayors, saka yung mga governors And sometimes, nagkakaroon ng animosity pagka nagkaroon ng appointment as OIC na hindi napili ng governor, naku, away na. So affected yung law enforcement function. And more often than not, pagka nag-flex ng muscle yung mayor o yung governor, inaalis pa yung mga baril na in-issue, inaalis pa yung mga sasakyan. No, I know this for a fact because I've experienced this. And I know the predicament of the PNP leadership in this regard. Another bill that I filed, request ito ng CIDG when we visited them last August 15, kami tatlo, Senate Bill 1052. I-restore lang yung subpoena power ng CIDG director. After all, when it was still CIU and CIS, meron silang subpoena power. But I think this was an oversight when the ones who crafted the Republic Act, yung PNP Law 6975, nakalimutang ilagay. And NBI has that authority to issue subpoena. Administrative subpoena lang naman ito. Hindi ito yung wala itong contempt. There is no contempt power, no? Just the subpoena authority. Para lang mas maging efficient, mas maging effective yung CIDG director in his law enforcement function.
Ano yung pinakita mo sa akin kanina? May I read for the record, Mr. Senator? In 2011, there was a total of 14,015 cases, and we have conviction in court of 707. 2012, 16,337 with conviction, 16,337 with conviction of...
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Secretary Aguirre, would you have records of how many drug cases were filed in the last 5 years?
Yes, Senator Sotto.
Would you please inform the committee?
$693. 2013, 697 cases with conviction of 711. In 2014, there were 31,505 cases with a conviction of 589. In 2015, we have 43,462 cases. 2015, 43,462 with conviction of 782 cases.